I actually need some help putting together.
Okay. And who are you?
Cal Leslie, company Spots and Dots Cleaning.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay, so this is your first time in the training.
Yes.
Okay, best thing to do, if you're in the FBO and you have the solicitation open,
So I think my issue is that I didn't get it from here.
wherever you get it from, when you're in there, you're inside
Yeah.
the opportunity, copy the address right here. Excuse me. And email me the address or put it in the chat link.
Oh, damn.
That way, all I have to do is click on it and I can go to it and give you some advice. No problem.
Okay, so the tough part here is that I don't know where they posted it. It was on Gov Directions. That's where I got it from. But they didn't have any solicitation numbers associated with it. And then I just contacted the number they had, and they just sent me all this application stuff. So they sent the application to me through email in like screenshots, essentially. That might not help.
Okay, Gov Directions is a third party,
Okay.
and they access FBO, and they access state databases. So if they've sent you something, 99.9% of the time, that opportunity is going to be in FBO or in the state database where they got it from.
All right.
All right. What I need you to do is forward me what you have so I can figure out where it came from so I can trace it back to the source.
All right. What's your email?
J as in John. Last name is Wayne. And then it's just like everybody else here that you've worked with. It's the same domain name, usfcrgov.com.
Gov, right?
Yeah, gov like government.com. So all the case managers, everybody you've worked with here so far, their domain name's the same as mine. It's just first letter of first name, last name, and then at usfcrgov.com. All right.
All right. I'm sending over.
You got it. All right. It looks like Kaylin, you got a couple of things to work on, looks like.
Yes, sir. I sent you the solicitation number, and we would like to just know the process of how we get started to be considered for this contract.
Okay. So when I look at an opportunity, I look at when the due date is. The due date's October 27th, set aside for a small business. We're going to go to the synopsis, blah, blah, blah. Some more blah, blah, blah. It's 5,500 square feet, half carpet, half tile. Government relationship personal results from their Chris RFU responses to quotations of the government considered a non-price all value of services cost for the clients with the cost price. If you have questions, you got to submit them before November 27th to James Moore's email address right there. And then we're going to go to the actual opportunity. We're going to wait for the document to download. We're going to make it bigger. We're going to do a Control F to open a find box. We're going to look for the instructions. Instructions to offer 52.2 and 2-1. Okay, there's only 2 instructions to offer on here. There is no specific instructions, so they're giving us the ability to submit it as we see fit.
Okay.
So I'm going to look for one more word, and that's the word quoter. Another way they describe it, depending on the purchasing agent or the agency. Okay. So like I said, they're giving us the description of submitting this bid at our discretion. So I would do 2 things. I would include the basic documentation I always tell you guys to include, which would be a cover page, signature page, and acknowledgement of amendments if there are any. And there are none. I would go ahead and put acknowledgement of amendments on my signature page and keep it on there. Use it as a standard template just in case they do add an amendment and you don't notice it. You've covered your rear. Also, I would go in and search back for the SOW, the statement of work, and I would use the statement of work as the format for my technical proposal. Because this is a service, you're going to need to describe in detail how you're going to do this service. You're going to need to describe in detail how you're going to meet their requirements and make sure that your guys are safe and there's no sexual harassment and you observe holidays and all that stuff. That's all in the statement of work. So I would use the statement of work as my outline to build my technical proposal. When I tell people to plagiarize the statement of work, I don't mean specifically write it word for word. I mean, use it as an outline, use it as a format to your technical proposal. Because in this case, your technical proposal is going to be the most important factor. Your past performance is second and price is actually third. Even though it says lowest technically acceptable price, if you have the right solution and nobody else does, that's more important than price. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So it's not too terribly complicated if you follow that format. Use this statement of work as your layout for your technical proposal. Your price proposal is the standard form that's attached, so just fill out the standard boxes in the standard form. Include a copy of a cover, a signature, and acknowledge of amendments page, copy of your reps inserts, and your capability statement, and you should be good.
Okay, and when dealing with the,
One more time.
when dealing with the supplies and services price and cost, when we're filling that out, this is the research that we have to take upon ourselves to find.
Yeah, I mean, as a janitorial, as a company that specializes in janitorial, you should already have an estimated dollar amount per square feet to do a building based on, you know, how many restrooms or how much carpet, how much tile there is, if you got to do garbage cans or not, stuff like that. And then, you know, just make sure that you cover your overhead and you're going to make a profit. There's no need to do this work to break even or just make a little bit of money, right?
Yes, sir.
And more than often, people's quotes, people's proposals are denied because their price is too low versus too high.
Okay.
Yeah, I get it all the time. And if you've been listening to my videos, you've heard at least once someone get on the training and say, the purchasing agent told me my price is too low. What should I do? Increase your price. It's a good problem to have.
So is it better to have it priced too high than too low?
To some extent, you know, it's a fine line, but I'll put it to you this way: I see more people lose contracts because their price is too low than the opposite. I do see people lose contracts because their price is too high, especially in FedBid and FedConnect, because those are specifically about price, strictly about price.
Okay. When we give a square foot, how are we to know how much to price that square foot?
You're asking the wrong person there. I've never owned a janitorial company. I would have no clue.
Okay.
If you're not an expert in that field, then you would contact the janitorial company and ask them for a quote and then mark their quote up.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions? Anybody else got a question? Bid solicitation proposal?
Hey, John, it's Mike from RepuBrand.
Yes.
I just sent you a chat of a link of a deal we have quoted, and it's been since September. And I've reached out to the procurement agent, you know, just to see if it's still active or what. Has it been awarded? And I haven't received anything. Is there any way to find out what's going on here?
This one, retrofit LED bulbs?
Yeah.
Okay. What I usually do in this case, because I don't want to be a pain in the butt to the purchasing agent and ask them all the time if they're going to make a decision, I usually have someone or I email them through one of my private email accounts so they don't associate that email with the bid, with the proposal. And I just ask them, do you have an ETA on an award for this?
Okay. So since I've done it once through my you know, my nomenclature account, I should just do it off of maybe another email account that I have, just where it's not recognizable.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I do, so they don't put two and two together and associate you with being a pain in the butt.
Okay, so they'll just answer some random guy asking if the deal's still available.
Sometimes they'll tell you they don't see that you bid on it and they're not going to answer you. Sometimes they don't respond at all.
Okay. Gotcha.
I requested briefings on everything and they don't always give them to me.
Well, I've requested briefings on the deals that I've lost, and
Right.
a few of them have actually, you know, come back and said, you know, here's why you lost. Matter of fact, on one deal today, I had a question I sent over, and they actually put it on a change solicitation on a question, you know,
Yep.
and an answer.
Yep.
Which
I mentioned that earlier. Somebody said they submitted a question, they haven't gotten an answer yet. More than likely, it's because the purchasing agent is writing a Q&A, and once they get everybody's questions answered, they're going to post it, and then a lot of times they'll extend the due date as well.
Right. Okay. That was all I had.
Hey, John, this is
Go ahead.
Cal. I sent over the information to your email
Okay.
for the Irvington Turnover Services. I can't find a solicitation number on it, but he sent me the details. I don't know if you'll see one when you look at the document. Maybe the first one will be the best one.
Okay. And if you guys ever call me at 1 or 4 and you wonder why I don't answer my phone, it's because I'm on these trainings, so I can't actually answer my phone at those times. I got to send it to my assistant. All right. I'm not saying that this isn't legitimate, but it looks fishy to me. So I'm gonna take this Alan Hardney character here, and I'm gonna look into him for a second.
I also have the name of like the, I guess the president or board person that sent me his name.
You got an email from him?
Yeah. I'll forward that to you.
That domain was registered back in June 22nd of 2002, so it's been around for a while. It definitely says it's Derek Law with the Irving Housing Authority, so if he's lying to the government. I'm going to say that's legit.
All right. I sent over the first email from his boss.
Yeah, it's the same domain.
Yeah. But that's the person's name that I looked up first to get all the information, and then he connected me to that guy, who's his maintenance manager.
Okay. I venture to say this is legit. I definitely follow up with him and see if maybe you can get more information. But this is a state contract.
Right. Yes, it is.
That's why it won't show up in FBO. FBO is for federal only.
So I still just have to submit it the same way based on the specifications they're giving me in that paperwork, right?
There's a lot that's common with feds and state contracts. A lot of the terminology, a lot of the requirements. I don't have a lot of experience with state, so if it's something you want to, go after, and if you have any questions, let me know. If you want to get back in on the training, we can take a look at it again. No problem.
All right.
All right. Anybody else got any questions, bids, solicitations, proposals, something to work on?
Hi, John. Yes, I do.
No. Let me check the chat. There's nothing else in the chat.
Also, I'm sorry. This is Tiffany again. Did you get my capability statement? I had sent it over to you and Angela.
I'm not sure. I can have Angela check in on that for you.
Okay, thanks.
You got it. Any other questions? Anybody else got something to work on today? No? All right. I'm going to shut it down. I'll be back on here tomorrow, 1 o'clock and 4. We are going to check out a software program that you can use to help write.
I'm sorry, John. I had it on mute. I'm sorry. I'm talking to a muted screen. I have one quick question?
Yes.
When there is a change order on one line item, what they're trying to do is better explain what it is they want to bid for. Should we submit that particular attachment for that line item? Or, I mean, I think my description is fine, but the way that they have changed the standard form on it, it looks a little different. So should I just redo it?
A lot of times they don't change the standard form. They'll do an amendment, and they send over an amendment that looks like a standard form, or it's an amendment that is a standard form. In which case, you would just need to.
It's called a statement of work.
Okay, if they change the SOW, then that's the actual service. So they're going to have to do an amendment.
Okay.
And then you would not only resubmit, but you would also acknowledge the new amendment as well.
I got you. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that was my question. Thank you.
You got it. No problem.
We won.
All right, guys. Tomorrow at 4, we're going to have a presentation from a company that provides a proposal writing software that you can use, and they got a free trial. So if any of you guys are around tomorrow at 4, make sure you get on the training so I can get you set up with the free proposal writing trial service as well. All right.
Will Gina send us the login?
If you email Gina, she will send you the login. If you ask Gina to add you to the preferred list, she'll email you automatically.
Okay, thank you.
You got it.
Hey, this is Amjad Nagra from Zidas. Are we going to talk about our tool for proposal writer?
Yes, I was just discussing that. I wanted to let everybody know we're going to be doing that tomorrow at 4.
Okay.
So I can go ahead and post the video and everything to social media today to let people know to get on at 4 for that tomorrow, and I'll remind them at 1, and then we'll do that tomorrow at 4.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, you got it. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.